The true appeal of most motorcycle events is the atmosphere that bikers create as the eclectic traveling group of vagabonds gather at different venues. A huge group of bikers and the excitement of the biker world alone can give any town a draw that can be undeniable. When the organizers of bike events have the forethought to hold these addictive gatherings at really killer location, that puts these events into a special mega class. Famous events like Daytona Beach in the middle of the cool northern winters and the Sturgis Rally with its unparalleled riding locale bring riders together by the hundreds of thousands. Florida has some really special locations where northern riders can enjoy the warmth of the Florida sun during winter to escape the Great White North. One Florida event that really rocks every September is the Phil Peterson Key West Poker Run. Largely unknown to non-Floridians, the Key West Run is an undiscovered jewel. Few deny the Key West is near perfect in its weather, relaxed attitude, and beauty.
Came 2 years ago and had a great time and decided to come this weekend. It just happened, so glad to be here.
Phil Peterson, who owns 2 Harley shops in Miami, has been doing this run to the sun for 33 years. Riders gather at one of Phil's Miami shops to pick up a poker hand card and begin the process of traveling on one of the most beautiful highways in the world. Riders stop for playing cards, and the final card they draw at Duval Street in Key West. Famous stops like Holiday Isle are not only a great stop for food and beverage, it's also a great place to check out the bikes, the other sights, and even spot a celebrity or two.
But we're just down here having a good time. I've got like 9 of my customers with me, and like I say, we're just down here hanging out, having fun.
Once in Key West on Saturday morning, builders from around the world begin to gather in front of Sloppy Joe's for one of the most impressive bike shows anywhere. The Big Bike Riders organized this year's 200 show bikes, all for the kids.
But you know what? It's for a good cause. It gives us a chance to get into the community, to let people know who we are, because our association is so important to us and helping children is so important to us.
And spend a lot of money to raise money for children. That's the goal. Yep. And we figure that via Ride and Have Fun, we can raise money for children.
It's apparent early on that this bike show is a very special group of beautiful iron. Florida probably has more than its share of builder talent, with only California being in the same league.
But nowhere else in the United States, and I'll even go as far as saying the world, will you find better motorcycle builders than are based in Florida.
With the abundance of talent in Florida, it doesn't take long for riders to realize that this Key West show is something very special.
And I brought one of my old school bobbers over. We have several other bikes, but I kind of wanted to ride it. I didn't want to bring a trailer. It's a really, really, neat ride. So we brought it over, and we had, had a good time so far. I mean, a lot of great looking bikes, and I love Key West, so it's fun, a lot of fun.
One awesome builder with a huge heart who had 3 bikes in the Key West show was back recently from 11 trips to help the hurricane victims in New Orleans. His bikes and body were in Key West, but his emotions were still at the Gulf Coast.
I said, there must be something we can do. I got to pick up in a trailer, and we started taking water, and we took 6 loads total of water. We switched off to basic necessities, so we've been taking loads of that there, and this took the weekend off here to go biking, and we'll be back probably Monday or Tuesday with another load back over to Bay St. Louis.
Along with the great bike show, riders take advantage of the unusual forms of biker entertainment. One of those explosive bikers is Jesse the Human Bomb. Jesse has not only been blown away several thousand times, he can still hear well enough to be interviewed.
And they said, this is what we're going to do. You're going to lay across 2 bar stools in Sturgis, and you're going to blow yourself up. I did it, and it's great. I love it. I've been doing this since 33 years in the business now. This is my 33 years coming to Key West, blowing up for Mr. Peterson. And it's 57 years old, and it's an ultimate rush. I just love doing it. I can't quit.
Of course, with any motorcycle event comes the issue of having a little extra fun. With the relaxed atmosphere of Duval Street, along with some pretty laid-back law enforcement, the Key West streets were a fun place to be.
Poker Run 2005!
Actually, we're just kind of down here this weekend to party and do the show thing. I build custom bikes, been building custom bikes since I was 17 years old. I've won this show the last 3 years, so we're down here just kind of defend our title, hanging out, having a good time,
Special points of interest like Sloppy Joe's are always a great place to get a cool beverage and enjoy the attitudes, or might I say the non-attitudes, that come with visiting the Conch Republic.
Oh, Mallory Square's been a celebration forever and ever and ever. You come down and watch the sunset. I'm having an awesome time.
Okay.
Always.
Perfect.
Hope you are too.
Another important part of every day in Key West is the sunset at Mallory Square.
Mallory Square is a very special place because the sun sets here. And because the sun sets here, it's a great place for the craftsperson and the creative people to come out.
Along with the beautiful sights of sunsets, Mallory Square also offers a free street fair where vendors and showmen add excitement to a wonderful evening.
Mo climbs up that ladder, walks across those 2 1-inch ropes, down that ladder, through the hoop, and runs over there and jumps up and grabs $5 out of somebody's mouth and puts it in the bucket.
One thing for sure, Key West is one of this reporter's favorite venues for any motorcycle event. In fact, Key West is a great place to take a ride even if you don't have a couple 100,000 of your biker buddies along. This is Dan Derringer reporting from Duval Street and Mallory Square in beautiful Key West. The Motorcycle Monster is brought to you by the MRA. Whether it's motorcycle insurance, roadside assistance, or motorcycle training, the MRA can save you hundreds. Remember, help is on the way with MRA.